Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, GCSE, Grade 9 essay, How is Scientific Progress Presented in the Novel? In Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, two different scientific perspectives are presented by Stevenson. When the novel was written in 1886, scientists thought that human nature could be understood using scientific investigation. Human nature was supposed to be predictable. Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Lanyon are scientists. Even though they are supposed to be lifelong friends, the reader discovers in Chapter 2 that Dr. Lanyon has not spoken to Dr. Jekyll for 10 years because of his fanciful and wrong-minded scientific ideas. He rejects Jekyll's experiments as unscientific balderdash, but sees the proof of its success when he witnesses the change of Mr. Hyde to Dr. Jekyll. In his confession, Dr. Jekyll states his scientific inquiry led wholly towards the mystic and the transcendental, which means he is moving away from traditional 19th century medicine. Dr. Jekyll attempted to combine traditional scientific and mystical methods to ascertain the new truth, which was that man is not one, but two. The attempt to embrace the mystical with the traditional scientific inquiry made Dr. Jekyll unique, and as a result, he could not openly express his ideas, which would have been rejected outright by his contemporaries. When he finally transforms in front of Dr. Lanyon, the results are fatal. Jekyll's scientific inquiry startles and disgusts Dr. Lanyon. In fact, he is so shocked and repulsed that he dies soon afterwards. Dr. Lanyon is unable to accept the destruction of his stable, rational worldview. The laboratory is the main setting for scientific research and certainly does not appear to be an appropriate location of science and medicine. It is deserted, outdated, and Gothic in appearance. Perhaps Stevenson intentionally described the laboratory in this antiquarian way to demonstrate that scientific research was outdated in Victorian England and needed to change. Even though Lanyon has a minor role, he does represent a major theme in the novel. He represents the rationalist scientist who uses traditional methods in order to understand the world. In the novel, the threat of the new scientific inquiry threatens traditional scientific methods. Traditional scientific methods, as represented by Dr. Lanyon, cannot cope, comprehend, or deal with Jekyll's shocking new methods in science. Dr. Lanyon's religious beliefs also profoundly influence his views, and this is why he does not accept any of Dr. Jekyll's ideas that contradict his faith in God. Even though Stevenson was not religious, the society in which he was writing strongly adhered to Christian ways of thinking and behaving. Perhaps Dr. Jekyll's outlandish ideas could reflect what many thought about Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, which was very controversial at the time. Both Dr. Lanyon and Dr. Jekyll are ultimately destroyed by their own beliefs. Lanyon by his inability to understand transcendental medicine, and Jekyll by creating a potion that will eventually destroy him.